You know, we hear it all the time. It's so hard to keep good employees, and our employees and our reputation, they're our most important assets. And it's true, no doubt about it, okay? So let me tell you a story of two companies, all right? Okay, imagine this. True story. A tornado comes through a fairly good-sized industrial park. We're just going to talk about two of the companies, and the first one is called Allenfound. It's an aluminum manufacturing. They do machining and also some foundry type work, okay? Employ about 150 people. They lose about 50% of their main facility, which is in the, obviously the industrial park. All right, it's all insured and construction starts pretty quick. Believe it or not, they get up and running within about 6 months. So where's the business 1 year later? Well, a year later, they're running about 50% of their production. They have all the machine space they need and all the machines they need to do it. What went wrong? Well, when they were shut down, they couldn't pay their employees. They didn't have revenue coming in. They did have coverage for their net profit, but they couldn't pay their employees. They had good, skilled employees. Finding other work was no problem. So the employees, they were gone. And of course, their customers, they had to go find someplace else to get their product while they waited 6 months for Allenfound to come back online. So what was the real loss to Allenfound? They lost their reputation. They lost their reputation with their clients as being a good, dependable supplier. They lost their reputation with their employees for being a good, dependable place to work. They lost their most important assets. Now, what about company number two? Company number two, for this purpose, is called Manufacturing Machines Masters Incorporated. They make machines for other manufacturers. You want a machine that does this and this on an assembly line, they'll figure out how to make it, okay? They lose, same tornado, same time, 70% of one of their two facilities. They have another facility at another location. Very similar situation, except there's a huge difference in how things work. It actually takes them 7 months to get their building reconstructed and their machines back in place. However, during that 7 months, they pay their employees the entire time to keep them on the payroll. They provide all the same benefits. The cost of continuing to pay for their employees and their benefits is being paid by insurance for these things. Now, a year passes. Where is this second company in reality? Their production is actually at a little more than 107% of their previous production, and it's going up pretty rapidly. Their sales are increasing. Their employees are all back with them, and it's pretty amazing because local newspapers wrote about how they were continuing to pay their employees during these hard times. It was even wrote about in a national trade magazine. When it came back online, there was no retraining time necessary for their employees. They were up and running and producing, and their employees worked very hard to catch up on orders that they knew were behind. Now they have a reputation in the community for being a first choice employer. In other words, people want to work there because they have such a good reputation for taking care of their people. So, and this is the difference between a disaster becoming an opportunity to become better, both truly better internally and better in the public's eyes. That is good risk management.